One day you'll notice it, and it will break you in the softest way. Not suddenly, not dramatically. It happens quietly, like a sunset you didn't realize was happening until the sky turned dark. Your mom will ask how to turn on her phone again, though you've shown her 100 times. Your dad will forget where he put his glasses, and you'll find them resting on top of his head. You'll laugh, they'll laugh, but something inside you tightens, because in that tiny moment, you'll feel a small, sinking truth. They're getting old. It doesn't happen overnight. There's no calendar date to circle, no warning. It comes in the smallest details, the way they walk slower. Now, how they take a little longer to stand, how they sit quietly, lost in thought, more often than before. You visit home, and suddenly, everything looks smaller. The kitchen you once thought was huge now feels tiny. The voices that filled the house are quieter, and you catch yourself staring at them, the people who once were your entire world, and you realize time has been stealing pieces of them, little by little. You notice your dad's hands, the ones that carried you effortlessly, now tremble slightly, pouring coffee. You see your mom pause halfway up the stairs, catching her breath. And in that moment, something whispers inside you. They were never meant to be invincible. As a child, they were superheroes. They fixed broken things, knew every answer, made you feel safe just by being in the room. But now, you realize they were just people, trying their best every day, even when scared, tired, or unsure. You start remembering differently. The arguments you once held against them fade. The rules you thought were unfair begin to make sense. And finally, you understand that everything they did, even the mistakes, came from love. They begin asking for help, to read a label, to carry groceries, to drive somewhere, because night driving feels unsafe. And though you help gladly, each request reminds you of the shifting world, how the hands that once led you across the street now reach for yours for balance. Then one day, you find an old photo. They're young, laughing, radiant, holding you as a baby. And it hits you like a wave. They spent their whole lives watching you grow, and you barely notice them growing old. You realize you've been busy, building your own life, chasing dreams, running through years, and in the process you forgot that their time was quietly slipping away. They waited for your calls. They celebrated your birthdays more than their own. And every time you left, they stood at the door, waving, watching, long after you stopped looking back. You remember all the "I'll visit soon" you didn't. All the "I'll call tomorrow" that turned into weeks, and suddenly those little things don't feel so little anymore. They feel heavy, wrapped in love and guilt at once. But here's the truth. You still have time. You can still sit with them, listen to them, see them, ask about their childhood, how they met, what scared them when they were young. Because one day, those answers will be the most valuable things you own. Take photos. Record their laughter. Tell them thank you for everything you only now understand. Because one day you'll wish you had. And when they're gone, you'll replay every word, every look, every ordinary moment, and realize those ordinary days were the greatest gifts of your life. They may forget things now, but don't forget them. Their stories, their sacrifices. The way your mom stayed up late waiting for you. The way your dad acted tough but secretly worried more than he admitted. Spend time with them. Not out of duty, but love. Don't rush conversations. Let them speak slowly. Let them repeat themselves. For them, those stories aren't just words. They are pieces of the life they built. The life that gave you yours. And when you leave, hug them longer. Because every hug now is one less you'll have in the future. And you'll never know which one is the last. One day, you'll walk into their home, their slippers still by the door, their scent still in the air. But their voices will be gone, and you'll wish for one more ordinary evening. One more chance to say, I love you, Mom. I love you, Dad. So do it now. Call them today. Visit soon. Don't wait for time to make the choice for you, because one day you'll be them. And you'll hope someone still looks at you the way you once looked at them, with love, patience, and the quiet realization that aging isn't the end of life. It's just a gentler, quieter chapter. And maybe tonight, after you call your parents, sit by the window, think about the people slowly turning into memories, and ask yourself, who do you still have time to love before it's gone? That quiet realization is what the next story is all about.